Sometimes it feels like the problem is you, like your mind just won't slow down, like you think too much, feel too deeply, notice too much. You replay conversations in the shower. You imagine outcomes before they happen. You lie awake at night, running through every possible version of tomorrow. And somewhere along the way, you start wondering if something is wrong with you. But what if overthinking isn't the problem? What if it's just where your thoughts keep landing? Because most minds don't overthink because they're broken or negative. They overthink because they're attentive, imaginative, aware. Your mind moves quickly. It connects dots. It scans ahead. It remembers what hurt before and tries to protect you from feeling that way again. And without you even realizing it, your thoughts drift toward the heaviest outcome by default. Past mistakes, uncomfortable moments, future stress that hasn't even arrived yet. The mind calls it preparation. It calls it staying one step ahead. But the body feels it as tension, as tight shoulders, as shallow breaths, as a constant sense of bracing. This is where Sienna's story begins. Sienna has always been thoughtful. She notices everything: the tone behind someone's words, the shift in energy in a room, the meaning hiding beneath what isn't said. Her mind rarely sits still. Whenever something new enters her life, her thoughts immediately fill in the blanks. When a job opportunity appears, her mind jumps ahead to the rejection email before she even opens her laptop. When a new relationship begins, she quietly prepares for the ending, guarding her heart before it's had a chance to open. And when a dream keeps tugging at her, instead of excitement, her thoughts race ahead to the risks, the doubts, the embarrassment of trying and failing. One afternoon, after a long day, Sienna is walking home. The sky is dim, the air feels heavy, and she catches herself replaying an awkward moment from earlier again and again, layering it with worries about things that haven't happened yet, scenarios she hasn't been invited into, outcomes she's already decided won't go well. And then, something gentle but clear lands in her chest. Her mind isn't broken from overthinking and negativity. It's powerful. It's just been trained to expect the worst. That realization changes everything. Instead of trying to silence her thoughts, because that never works, Sienna tries something gentler. She lets herself think, but she changes the storyline. What if the job works out? What if the connection deepens instead of disappears? What if the dream leads somewhere meaningful, even if it isn't perfect? She doesn't deny uncertainty. She doesn't pretend fear isn't there. She simply stops assuming failure as the default. And the shift is subtle, but real. Her shoulders drop. Her breath slows. The tightness in her chest loosens. Same mind, different direction. If this feels familiar, if you see yourself in Sienna even a little, this might be a gentle moment to pause together. And if what's being shared feels true in your body, you could like the video, not as a task, but as a quiet yes, a moment of agreement. Because overthinking doesn't disappear, and it doesn't need to, but it can be redirected. If the mind is already imagining outcomes, it can be invited to imagine better ones too. Instead of replaying what went wrong, it can linger on what could go right. Instead of anticipating loss, it can consider growth. Instead of rehearsing disappointment, it can picture alignment. Not as fantasy, as possibility. Negative thoughts will still show up, because that's part of being human. The difference is what happens next. Instead of letting those thoughts take over the space, they're noticed, acknowledged, and gently released. And in their place, a quieter question appears. What's another possible outcome here? Not the worst, not the most dramatic, just a kinder one. Overthinking the positive doesn't promise a perfect life, but constantly expecting the worst keeps the nervous system on edge. And maybe the goal isn't to become someone who thinks less. Maybe it's to become someone who thinks with more compassion and positivity. Like Sienna, your mind doesn't need to be quieter. It just needs a kinder place to land. And you're allowed to give it that. If this space feels like something you want more of, a place where you can slow down, relax, and reconnect with yourself, I'd love for you to subscribe to Dream with Intent. This is a gentle corner where we explore inner knowing, healing, and growth, together at a pace that honors you. Thank you for spending this moment with me. Take what you need and leave the rest. This is Seraphina, a name I write under to reflect the essence, heart, and purpose behind this space within Dream with Intent. Thank you for being here. I'll see you again soon.